So the tire list from 3 months ago. Yeah, that one's outdated now, which means it's time for a brand new tier list. But before we get into it, I added one new tier, the broken tire. Let me explain real quick what broken means. This tire is for gear or stuff that's usable by literally ANY class and still super effective. Whether it's crazy damage or some other busted effect, it works for everyone. Alright, that's all for the broken tier explanation. Let's get into the new tier list. Wind Blast, of course, who uses this spell, easy C tier. Wind Slice, this is also exactly the same as Wind Blast, easy C tier. This is the light version of Tornado, very good, but 40 mana drain for a short stunt, in my opinion, is too much, so it's just in tier B. Here it is, our first S tier, many of you have forgotten about this spell, even though this spell is one of the good ones if you use Samurai. So you have to Tornadoes. I hope you Samurais start using this Tornado. Next is the Water spell. Many of you have watched my video, right? Of course this is in tier S because this spell makes it easier for you mages to get Stacked Dread. Although it makes it easier for Stacked Dread, it cannot enter broken tier because this is only for mage spells. Water Ball, Walmart Water Cannon. Water Cannon. I once recommended this in my mage setup, but now there is a replacement, so it is only in tier, not S. Here it is, our first broken spell, Water Slicer. Bro, this skill is goated. Instant guard break, only costs 45 mana. Super fast cast time, causes bleed, and the damage, pretty decent. The only downside, short range, and a kinda long cooldown. Like I said before, the broken tire means any class can use it, and Water Slicer fits perfectly. That instant guard break makes it usable on literally anyone. And it's not just strong in early game, this thing carries all the way to endgame. In the early stages, it helps a lot with grinding, cause it just shreds through posture. So yeah, I really hope you'll start running Water Slicer. Not gonna lie, this is the one skill that helps me the most when soloing world bosses. There's a good chance it'll get nerfed to the ground, so better abuse it while you still can. For how to use Water Slicer, you can watch my video here. Alright, that's all I got on Water Slicer. Next, Lightning spells. This Chain Lightning has a unique effect. If there are many enemies, this skill will spread. So yes, this is good for fighting Lich King and Goblin King. But in Tundra it is no longer used, so it is only in Tyra, because it is still used to fight Goblin King and Lich King, and the damage is also quite good. Of course, it is clear that this skill is tier S. Without crit it can be 200, what more of crit? I don't talk too much about this skill, because it must be used by mage users. If you really want it, why is the reason? Fast casting, mana drain only 40. Long range and can fill dread stack quickly. Thunder Strike, this is a good skill, but it consumes too much mana, even though it is one of the best if you are still using Armageddon. And this can also fill the dread stack. Long range to end. This is also one of the best skills for PvP, easy Tyra. Next, Flame spell. Easy tier S. Flame Pillar is still very good, although it can't be critical for mage. But it can still be critical for agility users. And the raw damage of this flame is also high, so the shortcomings of the Flame Pillar are quite covered by the large raw damage. No way I'm wasting time talking about this garbage. This is the same as Waterfall, even the damage output is the same. The difference is that Flamethrower is not affected by magic resistance, cannot fill dread stacks, and only closes to mid-range. Well, this skill is still worthy in tier S because sometimes I still use it for Cheese Yeti. Flame Slice, this is the opposite skill of Water Slicer. Water Slicer requires a very close distance, and humanoid enemies are more effective. while Flame Slice is more effective and long range for large enemies. A Flame Slice cannot be used by all classes. The special effect of Flame Slice is its very small cooldown. I won't waste my time on these 3 spells. Earth Wall. It's a shame that this has been nerfed so badly, and what's more, in the Tundra, it's no longer usable, but in the early game it's still useful. So it's still worthy of Tier B. Plague Rats. This is mage exclusive, casting is very long, uses a lot of mana and has a short duration. I hope this is reworked to now only be in B, because the Dread Plague Rats meta has dropped a lot. Last Plague Breath. Plague Breath. Man, if you've been watching, you should already know why this spell made it into the broken tier. Let me remind y'all again, broken tier means ANY class in the game can use it and still pop off, and Plague Breath, yeah, it fits right in. This thing scales off the enemy's max HP, so the more health the boss has, the more damage it deals. Back then, this skill barely used any mana. It got nerfed, yeah, but even after the nerf, it hits harder than Dread, or at least just as strong. No doubt, this spell deserves its spot in broken. And honestly, I don't get y'all physical classes, except maybe archers, that fight close range and still don't use these 2 spells, Water Slicer and Plague Breath. Like, bro, I don't know what you're doing anymore if you're ignoring both of them. I really hope you at least try these 2 broken spells. Trust me, I highly recommend them. Your main is always full anyway, and if I'm not wrong, max mana level 50 is like 180 to 250. So please just give them a shot, it's not like you're losing anything. That's it for the updated spell tier list. Screenshot it if you need to. Thanks for watching.